Right, so today we're going to try and take this nose cone off, and we're going to see if we can get this dent out, pop this dent out, make it just a bit nicer and prettier, and it's also going to give us the opportunity to look at the radiator and everything that's in there as well. So we're going to start with these two 10mm bolts. There we go. Right. So under here we have our screen wash pipe. There we go. Right. So, really nice looking radiator made by KTM. That's interesting. Yeah, at some point we'll get all this good stuff off and rub down and repaint and things like that. Bit of a kink there in that coolant pipe that I would prefer not to have. Just a little pull back, and it's not got that tension on it. I think I just pulled that grommet through that bulkhead. Thanks. Right, so we're going to try and pop this dent out and pop this out so it's just a little bit more straight and neat and tidy. So too many projects on the go at once, and this is the only one I really want to be doing. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to line that down face front. Get that there. Gently push. Looking slightly better already. I think I need more out where that badge is, and then I think I'm going to need to tap that from the inside out. We've cracked some paint, but we know that we're going to have to basically go over the whole truck fairly soon. I'm not looking for perfection in this car at all. I just want it to look the business. So we'll refit this then, and we'll go and have a look at what's going on in the engine bay after that. Right. And we put our washer hose back on. Just like that. Still see quite a bit of that white paint. Good old job's done. I'm quite happy with that. It's popped out nicely. Right, so there's not a typical bonnet on these. What we have are a series of inspection plates, or you need to take out the whole transmission tunnel. So to get to the top of the engine, we need to take out this top plate. Quite an easy latch at the front, and then it slides forward like this. Trying not to tangle your cables up. We shall pass that one out. Right, so in here we've got our power steering fluid reservoir, which is nice and full. We've got our engine dipstick, which I know we just had it running, so it's possibly on the low side, so we'll have a look at topping that up. Breather there, oil filler. Yeah, this has been a very recent reconditioned engine. There is very little paint flaking on it, which means it's not been horrendously hot at any point. Lots and lots of nice clean grease in there, so that's a good sign. Okay, the next part we can remove is We jump down, full seat forward, all the way forward. Then we've got a removable panel in here that gives us access to the side of the engine. This is a relay box for some of the radio equipment. I've got to have an investigation about what electrical equipment I'm going to keep and lose along the way. Put that off to the side, and then we move this insulation out of the way then. Another catch there. So that gives us access to this side of the engine, lets you do your fuel pump inspections and things like that. That injector pump looks very, very new, but it'll have gone on at the same time as the replacement engine. All the hoses are in good condition, some nice blue silicone in there. I would imagine that's a hose that can rub itself quite a lot. Need to have a look at the vacuum system at some point, check how that works. So yeah, that's all nice in there. This is really the first time I've had a look at the inside of this. Let's see what the fan belt looks like. Very limited space to look at these. Fan belt I wouldn't say is worn at all. It's looking a bit shiny on the back. There are two. One to drive the ancillary pump at the top here. Right, so let's get our plate back in. The latches. And that one there. And that one there now. There's two of them locked. And one at the front locked as well. Right, so I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, so this relay here is broken, and that's what all these wires here connect up to, and that's all radio related. So I need to, like I say, figure out what radio equipment I'm going to fit, what I'm going to use, what I'm not going to use, and then we'll be able to take out some bits and pieces. A lot of this Bowman equipment is really new. I know a bit about the Klansman equipment, but the Bowman stuff is completely out of my wheelhouse. Yeah, I think any major work in this engine and the seats are the first thing to come out. There's also a panel in the back of the wagon that lets you to the back of the engine, which on this engine the timing belt's at the back of the engine. So it's really important you can get to that. So we'll go around the other side and see what we can see from the driver's side access panel. Missing the door stay on this driver's side, which is really annoying me. It's definitely something I need to acquire or to copy. What is a little piece of metal that's missing? In fact, a little piece of metal isn't missing at all, it's just inside the door. So many lovely little jobs that just haven't been done. Anyway, driver side access panel. And, open there. Seat back a bit. Open there. So looking in here, we've got our alternator down in there. Again, everything's all brand new in there, so I'm really happy. Yeah, not a lot we can see from here. This top plate comes off, so we can get another bit of access in there. Yeah, to do the fan belt, you'd have the top, both sides, this access plate off, and that would get you into the fan belt, and all the auxiliary belts. So that's good to plan for. That will be a job we're going to do fairly quickly. Get this engine top cover back on. Got to make sure this locates into the back hooks. And it's all nice and down, nice and solid. Right, so that's all I'd plan to look at today.